Hey guys, it's Cynthia. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about a new planner that I picked up in June. I'm really excited to show you guys this one. I have a travel planner that I decided to purchase, as well as some inserts that I wanted to go in it. So if you are interested in this flip through, stay tuned. Okay, so like I said, this is a Moterm regular planner that I purchased back in June. So to give you guys a little bit of a backstory, in December of 2022, I went on vacation and I took my my Luxe Pocket Planner with me, this one. And I really enjoyed having it with me on vacation. And, I took it everywhere with me, but I didn't really get to plan in it the way I wanted to because it really wasn't functioning properly for me for vacation. It was like my regular everyday activities in there, and they serve me no purpose when I'm on vacation. So I decided that I wanted to purchase another Moterm that I would use solely for travel. So if you guys know me, I am a big cruiser. I love going on vacation, and I felt like I did need something in order to hold any important information that I need when I'm on travel. I did purchase an insert for this one. My Luxe Pocket Planner was built with all freebies. This one I went on Etsy and I got a travel bundle from Simpleandtrendyco. It's a really nice insert, and I want to show that to you guys first before I show you how I put this together. Okay, so let's take a look at the insert. This is the travel bundle from Simpleandtrendyco on Etsy. This is the pocket version of it, but she does have some other sizes available. So if you don't use pocket and you use a larger size planner and you're really interested in this, make sure you head over to Etsy and take a look at them. I'll leave it over to the side, the different sizes that she has available for this insert. I think there's like a good 6 or 7 maybe available. But let's go one by one and look at this planner. So the first page is the cover. It just says travel planner and it has a little person carrying a suitcase on there. Next, you have your research pages. Starting with step 1 is your overview. So you can write down where you're traveling to, what type of travel, whether it's domestic or international. You can put things in like the capital, the primary language, if there's any time differences, dates of the travel, who you're traveling with, the reason for the travel, and importantly, which leads into step 2, what your total budget is. The step 2 of your research is the budget. So they have different categories broken down where you can write how much you want to budget for each of those areas. And then they leave you extra space in case you want to put your own categories in there. And then you also have a price comparison section at the bottom. Step 3 are places that you want to visit. So you can write in attractions and activities, as well as maybe any restaurants that you want to visit. And then step 4 is your route planning. So if your trip has like multiple stops or multiple things that you're going to do, you can write in your whole route or what you plan to do for the whole trip. This would have been perfect for my birthday trip last year because we had a lot of moving parts and I didn't have something like this set up. So I kind of wish I did have this last year. So you do get 2 pages of that. And then they give you a travel checklist, so you can write in things that need to be done 1 to 3 months before your trip, a week before, a day before, the day of departure, things to do while you're traveling, and things that need to get done after the trip. After that, they give you a packing list. So here are some preset items that they put in on the list, and then they give you a miscellaneous area, as well as this travel packing list, which is completely blank. So if you want to write in all of your own items, you can do that. And the other great thing that I like about this insert, it's not only the front and back that you can print, but she gives you extra files. So if this list is not enough in terms of packing, I know some people pack for themselves as well as their family members, you do get another file that has like just travel packing list pages on it, and you can print as many as you need for your trip. Same thing with your outfits page. You can write in what you're going to wear each day on your trip. So this is a front and back, and you do get an extra file for this one as well, so you can print off as many of those as you need. You have a lodging page, so if you have different hotels that you're staying in, you can write the check-in, check-out for each of those, as well as the address. So that's front and back, and you do get extra pages of this one. You have a transportation page, so in case you've got multiple avenues of transportation, you're taking a bus, you're taking a plane, you're taking a cruise, you can write in all the information for each of those. So that's also front and back, and you get an extra file for that. You've got places that you want to keep track of. You can do the address, contact numbers, hours of the places. That's also front and back. And then you get into your travel itinerary. So again, you do get another file for this one, so you can do it one for each day that you're on vacation. It starts at 7 a.m. and goes all the way to 10 p.m. Now, you guys, for me, that's not enough time. Again, when I do these cruises, we start early in the morning. Sometimes I'm up as early as 6 o'clock, and most of the activities that we do are late in the evening. Most times we're out until at least 12 or 1. So, they give you space down here to kind of write in some more stuff. I did have to utilize that on my trip sometimes. They also give you a travel journal, so if you want to write in memories for each day, you can do that. They also have it set where you can write in the weather, and your mood, and the location. I'm not quite sure what the rating section is for. I kind of left that blank on my travel journal, but I don't know. If you know what a travel rating is, or the rating is for your travel journal, let me know. I have no clue what that's for. And then you can write in all your memories here at the bottom. So you do get several pages of that because she gives you another file for that one as well. You have a page for your travel expenses. So everything that you do buy when you're on vacation, you can list it all out with the date, the description, the amount. And then I use this last column to write in the letter that corresponds to the category. That way, at the end of the trip, I can add up how much I spent in each category to see how close I was to my budget. And you get 2 pages of that and an extra file. You have a shopping list here where you can put the description, the amount, and whether you picked up the item, as well as language translations on the back, so you can write in the word, the translation, and any notes. And then the last page of the travel bundle is this summary page where you can finally add up all of your expenses and write in how much everything was, how much you spent in total. Compare that to the trip budget at the beginning of the insert. And then you have your overall experience that you can write about here, as well as the best part of your trip and the lessons learned on the trip. This was exactly what I was looking for. I wanted something extremely neutral. That way I could, use my stickers and customize it for the trip that I'm on. If it's a Christmas trip, I can use my Christmas stickers. I'm hoping one of these days I can do a Disney trip, so I can use my Disney sticker books. But because it's so neutral, it gives you that flexibility to decorate it how you want it. So now that we've seen the insert, I'm going to go ahead and bring my Moterm back over here and show you how I used this insert in this planner. So let's take a look at my actual planner. This is another Moterm, but this is a regular pocket Moterm as opposed to my everyday carry, which is a luxe planner. This one has 30mm rings. When I'm on vacation, I don't quite need that much space, so I went ahead and got the regular, which only has 19mm rings, so it's a lot smaller. There are some small differences between the two in terms of space in the planner. My Luxe does have some card slots right here. As you guys can see, this one doesn't have that, but it's okay because there are other spaces in the planner which gives you room for card slots. So let's just go from left to right and look at everything I have in the planner. This area up here is empty. I don't have anything in this pocket, and I really don't have anything in this zipper pocket either. If I did, I would put some change in there. So I would just use this pocket for that. But for now, I don't have anything in there. In the back of the planner, I just keep various things. I have my shot record here, which also includes my COVID shots, because you just never know when you go out of the country whether you need that or not. I was given some random things when I was on my last cruise. This is a map of Bermuda. This is a map of the ship that I was on. So I just kind of tucked those in that back pocket, as well as, let's see, more stuff from the cruise. And then I put receipts and money back here from the different countries that I go to. I try to collect money anytime I go out. And then receipts from any shopping that I did. Okay, and I think that's all I have back there. Yeah, so moving on, I have these page protectors here in the front. You guys saw me do this in my other Moterm, but I cut up a mini Happy Planner page protector and just made it so that there's only these 2x2 slots here to just put some travel pictures in here. These aren't ones that I took, they're just ones that I found on either Pinterest or Google, but we have an ocean scene, the Eiffel Tower, a scene out of an airplane, and then the Colosseum. Just anything travel related, I just went ahead and added to this planner just for fun. I have a dashboard here that I put together using some washi tape and stickers in my stash. And then this was actually an Instagram challenge where you had to write in your dream destinations. And so I put in 10 places that I would like to visit. And some of these places I've like been to the state or the country where it's at. I just haven't been to this particular area. So like I've been to California, but I've never been to LA, you know, things like that. So next I have some blank note pages. These are freebies from Ash Plans. I just thought because they were pink, they were really cute and they would match in here. I moved my die cut from my everyday carry over to the pocket planner. And then here are those card slots. So this is the first set of card slots. I just have my Live Love Posh washi cutter in here because I do some planning when I'm on vacation just for fun. And then I have this planner belongs to like an ice card. So it has my information in case my planner gets lost and some information of people that are traveling with me. I have this vellum here. This was a freebie from Marge Plans, and so I just printed it on some thick vellum. And then here is the travel insert that I just showed you guys. So you can see how I decorated it. My trip was a 9-night Eastern Caribbean and Bermuda cruise. So I just took some random stickers from my stash, some florals from Happy Planner and Jameson Reed Designs. And then you guys can see my bad drawing up here. I just did a route that we did. So we left New Jersey and went to Bermuda, down to Haiti, and then we swung around and went to 2 places in the Dominican Republic before going back to New Jersey. So here's my overview page and my budget page. Again, we went to Bermuda, Haiti, and Dominican Republic. It was an international trip, so I just highlighted that area. Language, I just put English and Spanish, even though they do speak French in Haiti, but we were going to Royal Caribbean's private island, and they speak English on that portion of the island, so I didn't bother to put French in there. But there is a time difference from where I live. I'm in Maryland. We're on East Coast time. Eastern Standard Time. And Bermuda is actually an hour ahead of us. So that was important because we did have to change our clocks while we were on the ship. I do have our dates of travel, who I traveled with. This was mainly for my nephew's graduation, even though, you guys, I feel bad. He was the only person not able to go on the trip. He actually got accepted to a summer program in college, and so that program happened to be at the same time as the cruise. So even though this was partially for him, he didn't get to go on the trip. I felt kind of bad about that. And then I have my budget here. And here's all the budget broken out into the different sections. The only thing I don't have represented over here is how much the actual cruise cost itself, which was probably the biggest expense. But I've got everything else broken down here. We did not need a hotel, so I just didn't put anything in there. And then we were doing some price comparisons in case we did want to stay at a hotel, or we wanted to take a train up to New Jersey, or if we were just going to park at the cruise port. I did look at a couple places that we might want to go. When we went on the trip, we ended up not going to any of these places in La Romana. It actually rained like crazy. We got off the ship for maybe like 20 to 30 minutes and then got back on. I added a freebie list. This was not a part of the travel bundle, but this was a freebie from, I'm not 100% sure. I'll put it in the description box, but this was a freebie list, and I just put on here things that I needed to do before I left for the trip, and then on the back side, I started writing out things that I would need to buy before we go on the trip. And then here is my checklist where I marked out the different things that I needed to do prior to us leaving on the trip. And then my packing list is here. I used what they already had on the page and just crossed off anything I didn't need. And then wrote in a couple items for miscellaneous. I do have this packing guide trigger list as well, so in case I needed help figuring out things to add to the list. This was a freebie from Plan with B. And then here's the rest of my packing list where I wrote in all the rest of the items that I would need to take with me, which is quite a few. And I will say that if there is any downfall to this travel planner, there's not an option for you to edit the files. And you know, anytime I go on my cruises, I always take the same items with me. And so it'd be really nice to just be able to type these in and just print it out like that. But the way the file is set up, you're not supposed to be able to edit it. So you'd have to write this out with every single trip that you take. That's just not going to work for me, you guys. And I'm a little tech savvy. And so for me, I figured out how to edit the file and actually type in all of the items that I need. So for now, I can print this out multiple times for each of my cruises and just add this in instead of printing a blank travel packing list. I would love to show you guys how I did that, but I can't, just because technically you're not supposed to edit the file. But I cannot see myself writing these in every single time that I have a trip. So yeah, I figured out how to do it, and I'll be using that travel packing list instead of this one. I don't want to write it all out. Next, I have my outfits, and let me get the blank one for you guys so you can see how I changed it. Okay, so this was the blank outfit page, and it's broken down. You have 3 days here, but this was kind of hard for me to follow. I needed a couple more lines in there, so I just took a ruler and my Micron pen, and I drew some extra lines in here to section off the days and used a Tombow to kind of highlight it in pink, so that gives me a little bit more separation between each area. And then on cruises, they give you like a suggested attire each night that you're on the trip. So over here, I wrote in what our evening attire was, whether it was casual or formal. Some of them are like dress to impress or tropical night, all white, just to give me an idea of what I might want to pack on the trip. And then on the right side here, I actually broke these lines down into 2 areas. I broke it down into AM and PM of what I was going to wear during the day on the ship, and then what I would change into for my evening attire. So I did that for the entire trip. This worked out really well, and this was probably the page that I used the most on the entire trip, because every morning I would just get up, turn to the outfit pages, look at what it said, pick out the outfit, and ready to go. Normally when I was packing, I would just pick out a bunch of outfits, throw it in my suitcase, and play the guessing game when I got on the trip. And I'm indecisive, you guys. So sometimes it would take me forever to figure out what outfit I was gonna wear. But this, I didn't have to do that. I just picked whatever I wrote down, put it on, and I was ready to go. So that was the outfit page. And then down here, I also transformed this area just to show some of the extra shirts and outfits that I brought for the trip. Next, I have the transportation page. I think the lodging page might have been either right before or right after this. I took the lodging page out just because, again, we didn't need a hotel for this trip. So I just went ahead and took it out altogether. I did write in my information from the cruise, like our booking number and our room number and all that. I'll probably blur it out, even though it doesn't make a difference because the trip is over, but I'll probably blur it out on this. But yeah, if we had any other modes of transportation, like if we were renting a car, anything like that, I would have written that information in, but we didn't need to do that. Next, we have places. These were like, this was a restaurant that we went to before getting on the ship, and it was really good. So I wanted to hold on to that information. So the next time if we go out of that port, I can know that we can go back to that restaurant, because everybody really enjoyed it, except for the water. The water was horrible, y'all. And then this was a shop that I went to in Bermuda. I had been there before, and I never wrote down the address or anything from the shop, so I wanted to keep track of that. I wrote that down too. So my next section, I have sectioned off with a divider. This is the same divider that I have in my everyday carry. And in fact, there were 2 sections that I wasn't using in this planner. So I just kind of took those dividers from here and moved them over here. So the first one is the schedule section. So this is where those travel itineraries are. So I printed out several different pages of them, and I also printed out some flags for the different countries to know where we were going to be on what day. And if we were just sailing, you know, on the ship, I just put the little Royal Caribbean symbol. But you can see I mapped out what we were doing each day from our cruise compass. On some of them I had to write in 6 a.m. Some of them I had to write all the way down to 1 a.m. But these were nice to have, but I don't think I'm going to use them for future trips. Only because I like to include a lot more information on my dailies, and this I feel is a little restrictive. So I also had my regular dailies in here for the trip, a little bit leading up to the trip, and then some while we were on the trip. And you can see I'm fitting way more information on these sheets than I am on these. You know, this one only allows for the time. This one allows for the to-do list and a schedule and meals that I ate. I put my steps in from walking. You know, I put the weather in on here. It just holds much more information. So I think for future trips, instead of using the travel itinerary, I will just use my regular dailies. I did get this one as a freebie from Elise Ann. Unfortunately, I don't think she has it on her website anymore, but these are the dailies that I'll be using for future trips. And then after this section, I do have my travel journal, which I did fill in each day. So I don't want to bring my mini happy planner with me as well as this on every trip. So doing the travel journal allows me to write in what happens each day on the trip, and then I can transfer the information to my journal if I need to. So it can just be represented in my happy planner. So I did this each day. And then here is my travel expense log. And you guys see I highlighted the casino slot pull for one reason and one reason only, and it's the best reason ever. I spent $20 in the casino on a slot pull, but we ended up winning more than $20. So it's not like it's a deduction from my expenses. I actually netted only $2, but anytime you can leave with more money than you spent is always a great thing, no matter how much it is. So I have all of my expenses on here, except for the tolls. I still have to get the amounts for that, but I only needed one page. I tend to not buy a whole lot when I go on vacation anymore. I don't know if anybody else feels the same way. I buy souvenirs, bring them to the house, and then they sit there and they collect dust, and then it's just more stuff for me to dust around the house. So I don't buy too much stuff anymore. Most of this was like tips for the employees around the ship, or things like, you know, getting gas in the car, the tolls, a couple things we bought, but not a whole lot. And then here was my summary. Again, I couldn't finish it out because I didn't have the toll amounts, but here's everything else that's all added up. I was all within budget for all of that. Go me. And then I have the overall experience, as well as the best part of the trip and lessons learned on the trip. So I really enjoyed using this entire insert, and I can see how no matter what kind of vacation I'm going on, this will serve to be really useful. So I'm really glad that I got it. Again, I will leave Simpleandtrendyco listed in my description box if you want to check out that insert. So there are a couple other things that I do have in here. Starting here, I have this insert. This is from Doa. I think it's Inspirational Designs. I think that's what her name is. But she has a password keeper, and I love this one because it is a flip out. It's a flip out, and so you don't have to have the information kind of like right there in your face if anybody's flipping through your planner. But I know a lot of times when I go on vacation, all these companies have apps now, and for some reason, every time I go on vacation, my password somehow comes out of the app. And I always need a reminder of what it is because I don't know any of my passwords by heart. So I have anything related to travel, whether it's an airline or a cruise ship, I have all those passwords listed in here. This is what it looks like on the inside. I obviously can't show you this side because my actual passwords are on there, but you just write in the name of the app, your email or your username, and the password. And I usually write up here, like if I have any rewards, like a rewards account or anything, I'll write in what the rewards account is. And then I just decorated it using stickers from my LaFleur sticker book from Happy Planner. I think these are so pretty. And then I have another divider here. This was a freebie that I got at a D-Stash group. I'm not a fan of the design on it, so that's why I pin my passwords to it. And then to make the other side look better, I took I think it's no, was it a big? No, this was from a mini Happy Planner, a mini Happy Planner divider, and I just kind of cut it up so that it would cover the back side of it. And then I just use this cute little whale paper clip to clip it all together. There we go. So it all kind of flips in one piece. So in this back section here, this is nothing that's really needed for vacation, but it's just like something fun that I wanted to add in here. Again, I do like traveling, and I thought I was like a pretty good traveler. Like I'd been a lot of places until I did this sheet. So this is my adventures. These are just places that I've been around the world. And I went in, I used a website to try to write in every country around the world. I might have missed some, so I apologize if you were from a country and it's not on here, but I've got 3 pages of countries listed here, and I just highlight every time I go to a country. So as you can see, there's a lot not filled in. I got some traveling to do, y'all. I thought I had traveled way more than that. And I've been to like almost every Caribbean island, but a lot of those aren't represented as countries when you look them up, like St. Martin. It's not on there, right? The only thing I think I included that didn't technically have to be included on here was Puerto Rico, because it's a U.S. territory, so I think it falls under United States of America, but shout out to Puerto Rico. I went ahead and added it in there. So yeah, I'll just keep track of this. Every time I visit a new country, I'll just highlight and knock it off my list. And then I didn't want to leave the backside blank, so I put just a U.S. places that I've been, so that way I can mark off every state that I've been to. So I've been to quite a few, and to be fair, I've technically been to more, but I don't really count them. So I'm pretty sure I've been to Arizona, Colorado, Connecticut, but it's one of those where like my airplane landed and I didn't quite leave the airport. So technically I was in the state, but I wasn't quite in the state. So I just didn't mark them off. But let me know down in the comments if you think I should count that, because I don't think I should count it. I think it only counts if like I go off and I like actually do something touristy in that state. But you know, let me know what you think. The last thing I have in here is a Royal Caribbean ship checklist. So of all the cruises that I've been on 23 so far. I will have one more before the end of the year, but I've been on Royal the most. And so I thought it would be fun to just have this checklist so I can check off each ship that I've been on. And I've been on quite a few, but there's still quite a few to go. I will be on Vision of the Seas before the end of the year, because thank goodness they leave out of Baltimore. So I can check that off. And then on the back side, I keep track of all the cruises that I've been on, as well as all the points that I get from it, because I'm trying to move up in status. If you guys know anything about Royal Caribbean, I'm trying to get to Diamond Plus before my daughter turns 18, because if I do, she will always and forever carry that status with her. And I just want to gift her a little something, because she likes to cruise as well. So the status is only important because it gives you different perks when you're on the ship. You don't have to pay for drinks. You don't have to pay for full internet, you know, some good stuff. So I also keep my passport back here, as well as my travel credit card. And usually when I'm traveling, I have my driver's license, insurance cards, things like that in there. Obviously, it's in my regular purse now, but I typically hold on to those things back here. So this acts not only as a planner for me, but it acts as a wallet for me. And then I do have some things stuffed here in this back pocket, usually things that I get while I'm on vacation or on trips. So, you know, not credit cards, business cards from various people that I come across or stores that I visit. You know, sometimes they give us little things in the room letting us know that our time is moving forward or back. This is important. I'm actually going to hold on to this. It basically tells you how to connect to the internet while you're on the ship. So, you know, again, I do a lot of traveling with Royal Caribbean, so I'm just going to hold on to that and keep that here in this back pocket, because I will always need that. You would think by now I know how to connect to the internet without being charged like $1 million on the phone. I forget every single time, so that's a great reminder of how to do it. And then I also have some of these receipts from like when I got gas in the vehicle or parking. And so I just held on to those things, but I can take those out now. So that is pretty much my entire travel planner. I have a pen here that I keep in here. The one thing that I also don't like about this planner is that the Luxe, you have room for 2 pens or highlighters. This one, you only have room for 1, so I don't get to do as much highlighting and stuff while I'm on vacation, or I'll have to bring my separate case. I can show you guys this. This is typically a pen case that I bring with me when I go on vacation. So, you know, that's not too bad. It's still pretty small, very compact, easy to carry around. But this gives me a couple extras that I can bring with me. Some washi tape. I have like all of my little extras here. My tweezers, scissors, my mild liner, my white gel pen, craft knife, a ruler, you know, pencil, pens, erasers, and extra microns. There's a lot that fits into this tiny case, but I usually take this with me when I'm on travel. And so this is basically all I would need when I'm on travel, you know, unless I want to bring some stickers with me. And again, even with that, I don't bring sticker books with me. It's just way too much to travel with. So I usually have something like this, which is like a small photo album, and it's got like a bunch of, you know, random small stickers in here. This will be like the most that I would bring with me when I'm on travel. So this is my travel planner. I hope you guys really enjoyed this flip through. Make sure to visit those shops. I will leave them all down in my description box if you see something that you really like. If I don't have it listed down there, comment, let me know either here or on Instagram. If you are not following me on Instagram, I would love to have you over there so you can see pictures of some of my pocket planner, mostly of my mini happy planner. And if you have any questions for me, again, you can always send me a message over there. So I'm glad you guys were here with me. I hope you really enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up. And if you want to see more of my videos, hit that red subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.